Bashers. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show. It is Wednesday, middle of the week. Middle of the week for most people. Some people work on the weekend, some people do not. I do this every day, but it's my pleasure. How are you all? From what I can tell off of the list, because after I put the thumbnail up, I did not analyze until it was time for showtime. I had some errands and some chores to do, but it looks like C Nord is Basher of the Day because everyone's congratulating him, but yet that comment is not there. What could that be about? YouTube, get your together, will you really? How am I supposed to know? Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. You know, I had a week. I think I'm up to date on all the bashers of the day. I think I did them all today. I owed a couple, and I think I've gotten them. If I have not gotten to the basher of the day of yours, if you did not get one in your box today, please write me. And you know where to do that. It is basherdirk@gmail.com. That is basherdirk@gmail.com. And I'll be more than happy to provide you with that. I don't write it down. I just remember it because usually I do it right away. But, you know, legal things and court things with the dragon and all that stuff, it just is overwhelmingly stupid. I've got messy hair today, and I don't care. I probably need a haircut. Who knows? Messy. Let's see who's in the room. And congratulations, C Nord. The song is on the way. If I did forget one, let me know right away. Ray. Second time, Ray says second time, and I don't do this, and I probably should just to get current. Ray, second time as first one just disappeared. Some voodoo going on here. My comment disappeared as well. Feck off YouTube. Yes, that could probably be true. I don't know why they do that. I don't know. Looks like my video plateaued at like around almost at just shy of 2,000 views, which it was like up. I was like, oh, here we go. Bash is going to have a viral moment. And then it plateaued. I changed the title. I have this thing called TubeBuddy, and it's like a plugin for my channel. And it says, hey, your video's starting to lag. Why don't you change the title? And it changed my thumbnail on me. And I like that thumbnail with Dirk as astronaut. I thought it was pretty cool. So I put an arrow on it, changed the thumbnail. Because all the videos have circles and arrows looking at this. This guy's a dick, and you'll never believe when this happened. And oh my God. And should I put this on there? Shocked face. I should do shock face. Melly C, no song for me yet. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Melly C. I'm so sorry. See what I mean? Look what happened. Melly C. It happened to Melly C. I didn't send her a song. You will 1,000,000% have it right after the show. Right after the show. I promise you. My promise. How did I do that? But let me see. Let me go look at my list just to see my Basher of the Day folder. And it's alphabetized, so I can definitely see what's going on here. So this would be the second time you got to Basher of the Day, right? Last time was September 3rd, because I see the song here. I have all the songs I've ever done for anybody. I have them in a folder called the Basher of the Day folder. So let's go through the list real quick so I can get up to date with current, because I don't know what to say today. So I'm going to riff off of you guys. How's that? C Nord says, thanks, Nick. I can cross one off my bucket list. Off your bucket list. Listen, the first one is the best one, and that's how it goes. And 10 euros. Cheers, Bashers. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Thank you so much. We'll start you off with the second super chat gong, because I think the first one belongs to Andrew, and I can't do that, can I? I would just feel weird. I feel like I should just call that Andrew's gong from now on, because it's kind of his, right? Andrew, speaking of which, Andrew says, live your dreams in any way you can. Totally. I thought we'd talk about that a little bit tonight. We'll talk about what you do. You could tell me what you do, and then we could tell me what you want to do, and then we could talk about how you do it, because I'll get into that in a minute. Melly C, who I owe a song to. Happy hump day, beautiful people. The beautiful people. The beautiful people. Dean says, well done, C Nord. Probably the one job you would not want is having a YouTube channel. You know, I didn't think I ever wanted a YouTube channel, and now I couldn't imagine not having one. So hello. Danny Gutierrez says, hello, bastards. Steve Zglitsky is here. Good evening, lovely people. Good evening to you. Nord says, strange, at least the first 4 comments in the chats are no longer visible. They're not. I don't see them. I can just see the shrapnel of what used to be that you got in there at number 1, and now you're not. So I don't know. Andrew says, it's funny how 2 hours of house cleaning with the cats was for nothing. Well, because you have cats, and that's just how it works. Franco Fiore upvoted. Carolyn Martin upvoted. Joe LaFaro, handsome Joe LaFaro. Good evening to you, Dirk, and all the bashers. Great to see you there. That is such a classy gentleman's watch. Holy crap. Angelo Minichello. Have a good one, and I'll have to watch the replay. Boo, hiss, boo. Well, we'll miss you. Jenny Gutierrez was able to try on his Grail watch last week and in New York City, Omega AD to Rose Gold Speedy. The Nathaniel Hannon you had. Did you? You had the Nathaniel Hannon watch. Yeah, it's pretty heavy. Shockingly heavy. Upvote, everyone says Mart and the beautiful Bronson. Yeah, please do if you can upvote. Man, it just, I watched this. It's funny. So, the first Megan Space video, I never saw this analytic before. It says how many people, only 500 people who subscribe to my channel have watched the video, but like 1,500 or 1,490 have unsubscribed. So what does that tell you? It's like they didn't like it, I guess, but their watch retention was good. But then they didn't hit that subscribe button. Maybe I need to put, please subscribe to my channel. Whatever. Or don't. Or just don't. Yeah, it is. It's Sedna Gold. That's, that's their gold. Sedna Gold. It's their special gold. Andy M. Good day, kind sir from Chile, Somerset. It was so gorgeous here today, and I almost did a walkabout. I came this close, but I just didn't have enough time to prep. I need a little bit of, I know I'm going to do it. I've done a couple off the cuff, and those worked out well. But looks like tomorrow. I'll do it. It won't be anywhere near as nice. Yesterday was 80 something degrees in New York City, Indian summer. Today was 75, 76, which is beautiful. It's gorgeous out right now. And I almost did. I was going to do a little tour of, I was like, I could just do it locally. I'll show you guys what's happened to Long Island City. You'll see all these skyscrapers and all the stupid stuff that wasn't there 10 years ago. There was nothing there 10 years ago. It was just factories and old-fashioned homes for people. I'll do that. I'll do that show, and I'll show you some local places like where all the hookers used to be, and now it looks like Beijing. You can't even believe it's like there's nothing in English. It's just a totally different place. It used to be literally where it was like a hooker colony. I used to ride my bicycle to work when my brother and I had a deli in the 90s, and the hookers used to scream nasty stuff at me, and I used to bring them coffee after I told them that was really nasty and I'm a gentleman. Please don't speak to me like that. They were lovely. And now there's nothing left of that area. It's right near the Queensboro Plaza train station, which connects Manhattan to Queens. And it was just low factory buildings and hookers. And now it's glass skyscrapers and fancy shops that you can't read the signs. And I don't even, it's just wow. And that's it's like 4 or 5 blocks away from me. It happened overnight. Don't know why. Whoop, whoop, Dave Fitzsimons. Whoop, whoop, let's bash. Facilios P is here. Good evening, Dirk. Good evening, Facilios. Great to see you. Interesting, Mr. Bond. Evening all, Dirk. Have a great one. No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die. Steve Max here. Woo woo. It's my midweek extra show. Yay. Yeah, we do it every day. Come on in with so the water's fine. Travis Watts, the handsome Travis Watts. Look at you. Cheers, Dirk and the Bashers. Loved your thanks, buddy. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you liked it. You know what? There's so many videos out there, and I watched a bunch of them, and I was like, oh, I don't want to do that. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I don't want to do that. Oh, wow. How does he do that? That's amazing. But the one thing I noticed is that it's mostly people just kind of reviewing it. And I was like, okay, that's not really my style, because I don't like being critical. I mean, I do like being critical, but I don't like to do it in a way, like a film reviewer. I could never do that because I have a hard time being, I love that watch. There's nothing about that watch I don't like. So nothing could have been critical because I loved it. And it is now officially my Grail watch. 100%. It is my Grail watch. 100%. It has replaced the 60th anniversary Speedy completely. It has. I don't even care about that watch anymore. I really don't. Now I look at it and I go, I don't like that. I just don't like critiquing art, and I think it's art. I think that the sapphire crystal is 1,000,000% art. I've never seen anything so beautiful. The way it domes, the way it reflects the light. It's mind-boggling. But anyway, Travis, thank you so much, baby. Appreciate it. It's amazing, amazing, amazing. Let's give you super chat, guy. Did your song ever get released on the dark web? Scotty H didn't get his either. Okay. So look, I'm going to write it down now. Okay. How did Scotty H, Lord H, Melly C. How about a pen that works? Melly C, Lord H. That's the second pen I just picked up that didn't work. That one works. Lord H. See, this is how behind I was. This video, this editing frenzy, and I don't even really drink. I certainly didn't drink while doing that. I do email them to you, so you obviously didn't get it. I could look at Scotty H real quick and find out how many you had. I think I put you under Lord H. Have you never had one before? Have you never had one, Lord H? Because I don't see you. Oh, yes, you do, Lord H. There's one, August 27th, 2024. So this would be your second also. So Lord H and Melly C. Okay. Done. Will be done today. I appreciate it, and I will definitely do that. A lot of tuneless folks. I only have a couple of variants of the tunes. I probably should come up with a bunch of more. Daniel says, I have to say the city looks run down. So sad. You wouldn't believe. I loved my shabby little working man's town. The biggest city in the world right next door. And it used to be, I mean, listen, I'm going to turn into that old man, go, I love the days when the hookers were here. I loved it. You know, there was never any crime because it was completely run by the mafia. It was all these old Italian families that were all connected. And if you had a problem, you just go to the social club and have a chit chat and say blah, blah, blah. And I did it once when my bike got stolen, and I got my bike back. Let me tell you that much. Eyes on the street. It was a different thing. Everybody knew each other's birthdays, their kids' names, their grandchildren's names, their pets' names. It was so wonderful until the older people died off. And these older Italian families, you know, they put their kids through Ivy League educations. And then when the families died, they sold all this property, which had become so valuable. When I moved here in 1993, you could have bought a house for $65,000, like a house. And now you can't touch anything for less than $1.5 million, $2 million, $3 million. That's what's happened here, because now it's become an attraction. Long Island City is an attraction. It's Manhattan. It's the east side of Manhattan. That's what people think it is. The east side. Yes, we didn't have those beautiful parks that I've taken you to, and they are beautiful. Don't get me wrong. Of course I love that. They're beautiful, but it's just people are snooty and snobby, and I don't see any nice watches. I'll tell you right now, I haven't seen one really special watch walking up and down the streets. I haven't seen one. You know who has the nicest ones? Me. I haven't seen anything great at all. It's ridiculous. Travis tried on the Gold Speedy a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, it's an amazing piece. It's the Nathaniel Hannon. You know. Let's see what else people are saying. I want to get up to date. See, it's Fergal. Good evening, Dirk and the Bash is working the night shift, so I'll catch up on the show later. Oh, you sent some photos for the Gallery Bash. I think I got them. Yes, I do indeed. Dirk, just send them one of my songs. That'll put a spanner in the works. Nah, I gotta tailor the lyrics for everybody. It's much. Dean's got a lot of songs. I think Dean has the most songs of all. I think so. It's possible. Lord H, I'm so sorry. I know someone who makes pens. Me too, but she's getting better. She's going to be ready to finish those pens soon. She's doing rehab, and she's getting her thumb back together. And we wish Carolyn the best because we love her. She's the matriarch of the channel, as we all know. Softcore Terrica, 5 pounds. Congrats on the first Omega in Space video. I think you're right to take a different approach from the other two. Yeah, I mean, I didn't think I had a choice, right? Because I watched Adrian Barker's, and I watched Gringa's, and of course Osheen's was funny, and like I think they should have mine didn't have much personality in it because it was very Alec Baldwin-y, but that's because I was going for something cinematic. I'll change videos up as I get more into doing straight content like that. But yeah, I just didn't. I felt like I had seen already. Now, had I been able to go into the store the day I asked, it would have been a live stream. It would have been instant. You blah 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 blah. You know, it would have been really really cool. And yeah, so whatever. Whatever. Did I miss a super chat by Andrew? I did. Off today. Sorry about that. Thank you. Canadian $5. It's Andrew. Today off. I'll be here to bash, upvote, and subscribe everyone and become a patron. This thing keeps jumping on me every time I try to do this. Andrew, I'm so sorry, baby. I love you. Become an inspiration in someone's life. I sure did. Now here's the Andrew gong. Oi, so disorganized. Oi, but someday there is silence. Oi. That's how it goes. Let me see what else I'm doing in the chats before I get to that. Thank you so much. Thank you, C-Nord, for saying that. I appreciate it so much. That everybody, just want to make sure that so far I've got Lord H and Melly C. If I've forgotten anybody, and of course C-Nord, because he's the new basher of the day. Okay, I did 3 this morning. I'll do 3 this afternoon because it is 5:20 in New York City. Daniel Gutierrez says, I saw needles, homeless, smelled like marijuana everywhere. Drunk folks, and that's not saying anything wrong with any of those things if that's anyone's fancy. Listen, you know what? I don't care what anybody's fancy is as long as it doesn't involve children or animals. I don't care either. Smoke all your weed. You want to go shoot up and, I mean, I wish you didn't. Homelessness is not something anybody wishes for, so that happens to people. But I just can't believe. There's my problem with the whole marijuana thing. And tell me if you agree or if you don't agree. It's a perfect example. There used to be a time when I was a kid where people smoked cigarettes everywhere. I mean, it was there were ashtrays outside of elevators. But there was also smoking sections, and then there were places you didn't smoke, and people just didn't. It seemed like there was an etiquette to cigarette smokers. Like my father smoked before I think I was born, but my mother was a smoker until the 70s or the 80s. I don't remember, but I remember as a little boy she smoked. But I remember there were certain places where she couldn't. Like you get on an airplane, there was some. Isn't it crazy that there was ever smoking in a pressurized capsule? I mean, when you think about it, that's how commonplace it was. People were just like, oh, well, we gotta have ashtrays on an airplane. I mean, when you think about it conceptually, it sounds like insanity. Let's lock everybody in this tube, let's pressurize it, and let's let people smoke. I mean, that's madness. But there was a section, and they had like air purifiers. Marijuana smokers in New York City have zero etiquette for people on the street. People are walking. I see it every day. I have a Chabad on my block, it's like a Jewish school for little tiny kids, and they take them out on the leash, and they're like all cute and all lined up and all that stuff, and people smoking blunts right next to them with their parents. And look, ever since they legalized, it's great that they legalized. I don't want anybody to go to jail for pot or any of that stuff. And it also cut down on crime and people who sell and all that's great. However, marijuana smokers don't have any etiquette. Please don't smoke around people who don't want it. Go, like cigarette smokers will go behind the building, or they'll go in the street, or they'll go, because they've been ostracized from society. Why aren't the marijuana? Because it's a new law. Yay, we're burn my bra. Everybody can smoke weed everywhere. I smell it on the subway because people are now doing those one hitters. They're like not even just one hitters. They're one hitters and the vape. They're vaping marijuana on the subway in the moving train. Which is something you could have never done. And I've never seen a person smoke a cigarette in a subway ever. I'm not even in the 70s. I've never seen anybody attempt it. Maybe a crazy subway dweller does that, or they have done that. But it's just insane with that. And you're right. I just think that I don't mind if it's anyone's fancy either. I fancy what you like as long as it harms no one. But that harms people. It's really, and I'm not talking about secondary smoke, because I think that's a load of shite too. What I think is it's annoying. And I think that pot smells terrible. It's just so bad. It's such a terrible, terrible, skunky, blech smell. And it's everywhere in New York City. And the cops, they can't do anything anymore. They can't say, hey, put that out. Because they'd be like, you're discriminating against me and you're gonna, oh my God. Whatever. Travis Watts, you set the standard on how to dress for a YouTube video. Thank you. Thanks. Hey, man, it doesn't hurt to put a suit on. I actually wasn't wearing a suit. I think I was wearing dark jeans, but because, it wasn't formal. But I don't know. I certainly set the standard on how it is to dress for court. I go to all those landlord court appearances with a suit on every time. And you would not believe how people dress in court. Listen, I know I'm an anchor on the Watch Fashion Police, and there's a reason for that. Because when it's time for me to go to a wedding or a court appearance or somewhere where you need to be a little bit more respectful, you dress for the occasion. You go to court to stand in front and speak to a judge, and you want to look like your hair is combed. You want to look neat. You don't want to come off. There was a woman who was wearing a midriff top because it was hot the other day. But I don't care. You don't need to be naked. She had like this kind of flesh-colored spandex on that left nothing to the imagination whatsoever. As Sir Patrick Stewart would say on Extras, too late. I've seen it all. It was unbelievable the way that people dress. Guys wearing flip-flops and sandals in court. Well, who are you, Jesus? Come on, people. That's crazy. Dean says there was smoking in the cinema. I side smoked, the other side did not, but made no difference. The smoke did not know. It went everywhere. Yeah. I remember in these United States of America that when I was a kid, you could smoke in the theater, but it was only if it had a balcony. So, and because smoke rises, I guess that's the way they figured it out. The smoking section was always in the balcony. So if you were downstairs, like you'd never see kids up in the balcony. It was always just lovers and kids doing their thing back there. That didn't occur. So was that not the same where you are in those United Kingdom? It's interesting. Interesting. Andrew Wolkovich says if Dirk had shown up at Omega in the most tasteless outfit like a clown, they probably would have locked the door as he walked up. It was just so neat to like have the guy unlock the door for me. It was really, really, really super nice. Really nice. Dean says one is the lonely. Apparently I do this in real life and I didn't realize it because when I was doing the family get together for my stepmom's sisters, one of her sister-in-laws goes, Dirk, I don't know if you realize it, but you break into song a lot. Having my delicious Drew B coffee in my super delicious, handsome Joe LaFaro cup. It's double-sided. I broke one of my favorite. I have these two favorite bowls. So I had a cheat night last night. I'm allowed. I don't generally take it because it takes 3 days to get back into ketosis. But it's once you start flatlining a little bit on the ketosis, it says to just restart it. So I did. So I made spaghetti last night. And let me tell you something. I make really good spaghetti. Emmett O'Malley makes the best tomato sauce I've ever had. It's serious Italian restaurant quality. It's that good. This was close. It was pretty good. And I made it relatively quickly. I have this really great Neapolitan pasta that was staring at me for the last month and a half. So I put that in and I made it. And it was just a simple spaghetti, just tomato sauce spaghetti and with grana padano. Really, really good. And I have it in these bowls and they're not expensive bowls. They're crappy bowls. I got them at IKEA, but they're these really big pasta bowls. They're really nice. And I use them all the time for salads and they're actually probably better to put on the table, family style. But I always soak them at night. And this last night we're watching the TV. I put the bowls in there with my Dutch oven where I made my pasta, and it was shattered this morning, and I don't know how. Just shattered. So I just have to order some of those. I don't know why did I say that. Breaking into song. Maybe need more coffee. Anyway, I broke one of my favorite. But don't you hate? I have a fork. I have 100,000 forks in my house, but I have one fork that I have to use. It's one fork because I only have one of them, and it's my favorite fork, and it's the fork that I use. Do you have a favorite fork? And DM says, I miss when society self-police dress. That's it. You know what? It's just called what we do on this show all the time. And what we do on this show all the time is we exercise humanity. Just, you know what? I mean, if you're a smoker, you wouldn't light up a cigarette in front of, I mean, of course, on Mad Men, that was always funny to watch that Betty Draper smoking while she's putting the kids in the stroller. I'm sure my mother did that. I don't recall, but probably there's probably pictures of that somewhere. But I mean, I just don't think it's just, just show a little bit of etiquette. That's all it takes. Just a little bit of respect for your fellow man. That's all, unless they're a total douche, and then you don't have to do it. Carlos Paggi says, "Hey, Dirk and the fantastic Bashtarditos. Great to see you, Carlos Paggi." Andrew, breaking into song, fine, but if you start wearing costumes and doing a dance number, you're not going to see Dirk. I'm like Elaine Bennis. I actually probably would be a decent dancer because I've got rhythm. I just am a little inhibited when it comes to that crap. Jim Lassick is live in the room. Oh my God. Hey, Dirk and friends, I hope you slipped out of the boutique with those gloves, brother. Hold on. Yes, I did. Yeah, there you go. I didn't have to slip out. He gave them to me. I got 2 sets, and I gave one to my father-in-law because my father-in-law is a mega omega. He's a mega omega enthusiast. So I did. Should I wear them? Should I do it like I did in the video? These are actually the mediums. These fit me perfectly, whereas the ones I wore in the video were large. I don't have Jim Lassick hands. And my father-in-law's got tremendous mitts. So, yes, I did. I got them. Aren't they great? Isn't this fantastic? Could I type in these? I could do this. Can I do the show in this? Will this work? Oh, it won't let me. It won't let me slide on my mouse. But yes, I did. Absolutely 100%. Thank you, Jimmy. Yeah, I did. Isn't this cool? Omega gloves. Oh, no, it was freaking amazing. They were so nice to me. I mean, the first time I was on that, I went in that store with Easy. I mean, I'd been there before. They're redesigning all the stores. This store is looks like an Omega box with the red piping and red trim and the kind of pale pine wood that you would get, not a Speedmaster, but any other Omega model. And I just happened to mention, I was talking about Asheen, and I said, he lives in Venice and they moved the store. He goes, well, they moved the store and it's much bigger and it's going to be, it's the new flagship for Europe. And it's basically going to have the new decor. So eventually they're going to probably move the Omega store to a new location and give it this new look. I don't know exactly what that looks like. I'd have to look at the Venice one, but because it's open. But yeah, so Jimmy, thank you so much. Let's give you the, who do we give you for? Let's give you Gong Woman 4 because she's ominous. Thank you, Jimmy. Gabri says, they're keto spaghetti and is it any good? No, there's no point. Listen, I do buy keto bread and no thanks. I mean, the keto bread's okay. I've never seen keto pasta. Did you ever try any of those? The only thing that they make that's pretty decent is that senza glutine, the gluten-free pasta. That's okay because my niece has celiac and she's been to Italy with me a bunch of times, and I've tasted it and it's not bad because a lot of Italians have a gluten intolerance. It is extremely easy to find gluten-free products in Italy. Shockingly. Must be a big part of their society. Who knows? Vasilios has a favorite. I have that one fork, and every once in a while I can't find it because I didn't put it back because Dirk's bad at putting things back. It's really, really, really crazy. Ray says, I'm getting a vibe from just watching YouTubers to never ever visit. Now, please visit New York. Listen, you can't go to the depths, my friend, without seeing New York. Have you not been to New York ever? I mean, you have to see it. I mean, maybe it's not the New York I love, but it's still New York, and you should experience it. Just bring a shitload of money because it's nuts. I'll take you out to dinner. So you won't have to pay for that one, but the rest of it is horrible. He says, wrong item. You should have slipped out with the watch. I was in my fantasies, I was like, this video is going to be really great, and they're going to be really happy, and it's going to go viral, and then Reynald is going to give me one. It did. It was like in my fantasies. I was like, Reynald Eichelman, the chairman of Omega, is going to call me up and he'd be like, thank you so much. And I thought that they were going to immediately flip out over it because a lot of people were liking the fact that I was calling it sapphire because it's what it is. It's a sapphire crystal, but it's made out of it's a hesselite crystal made out of sapphire, and it does everything sapphire does, but it does everything hesselite does, but better. It's so, I could not stop looking at it going, I can't believe how great this is, you know, and that's why I was like, Hesselite is dead. Long live Sapphilite. I thought that they were going to run with that, but you know, maybe they will down the line. Who knows? Andrew says, my mom, Andy, hold mommy's cigarette. I have to put your brother in the car seat. It's good. I had to do that with a New York accent because it sounds trashy, right? Hey, Andy, hold mommy's cigarette. I got to put your little brother in the car seat. Lunch at the Potter House 2 for $3.50. It's expensive. A la Timmy. I don't know what the Potter House is. What's the Potter House? Is that an eatery in New York City? The Potter House. Let me see what that is. The Potter House. The Potter's House Church? Is that I don't know. What is that? What is that? I never heard of it. Oh, Porterhouse. Oh, okay. Well, that's a steakhouse, right? Steakhouses are expensive. You know, I'm not a steak eater. However, I go to steakhouses with my friends and family because I love the sides and I love the wine list. Because let's face it, steakhouses have the best wine lists. And yeah, of course, those places are really crazy expensive. You know, I love this. That's true. You just got reeled, baby doll. Car seat. We didn't even have seatbelts in some of our cars growing up. That's so true. Hey, Andrew. That's right. There was no such thing as a car seat. We did not have seatbelts. You know what? Most of my cars growing up didn't have headrests in the front. They were buckets. They were bench seats. They weren't even separate. They were bench seats. We had bench seats. There was no such thing as a car seat back then. It's really funny. That's so funny. Danny Gutierrez says it's by Columbus Circle, not Square. Columbus Circle. Oh, is it really? Oh, it's probably in the Time Warner Center. It's not called the Time Warner Center because Time Warner doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, I mean, did I take you guys to Columbus Circle? I don't think that I did. Maybe I will if I do a walkabout tomorrow. Columbus Circle. I just found out that T-Mobile has the best. I looked at a coverage map. T-Mobile of Manhattan in New York City is all purple, is 5G high. Everything in T-Mobile is purple. AT&T is like okay, and Verizon's like okay, but T-Mobile, which is not super popular in the US yet, it said it has 70% better coverage than all other carriers. Oh God, do I have to switch carriers now? Jesus, my sister, I'm on a family plan with my sister. She's been threatening to move over to T-Mobile for a long time. Maybe we should. Maybe it'll benefit us all because AT&T, I mean, they haven't been that great. But I will swap out my phone first because I have like that next thing, and I'll get the 16 Max monster thingy. Gabri says, Travis, we didn't have cars. Oh yes, I would love to see New York. Dinner with Dirk now. You do. Come on down. Yeah. I mean, if any of the Bashers ever come to New York, you call, you get a hold of me, and we'll get together. I've never met Carolyn Martin in the flesh, and she lives probably less than an hour away from me. So it goes to show you. The only people I ever met on this show, you all know. 4 people total, tops. That's where we have a virtual relationship. But that's fine. It's absolutely fine. Who cares? Who cares? Carolyn would say. Who cares? Who cares? Let's get going to see what's going on in the Gallery of Bastards today.
The Gallery of Bashtards, send me the shots, the sublime, the absurd. The Gallery of Bashtards, you share them with me, and I share with the world.
I'm just looking at the emails right now, and I saw something with a shamrock on it, and it said Ireland, and I went, oh my God. But it was from Kevin Landon, and it was not that. I'll see what that is later on. I thought, because I think I told you guys I had to reapply for all my Irish passport because I hadn't renewed it in over 15 years. And they were like, no, you can't just send it in and renew it. You got to do all this paperwork. I had to just do everything all over again with my birth certificate, my parents' birth certificate, my grandmother's birth certificate, all the stuff I did a million years ago to become an Irish citizen, which still stands. I just don't have any. They were like, you don't have any proof of that anymore. So I had to do that. And I did it in February. And what is it now? October. And I have not heard hide nor hair from them. And they said it takes about 9 months. I was like, yeah, I think we're about there now. But I thought that's what it was, and it's not. But it's from our dear Kevin Landon, and that's fine. Let's start out with Steve McLeod. And he says, The Daily Rider. You like this, Jimmy Lassick, if you're still in the room? I hope you are, because I love having you around. Wow, that's cool. It's a Bonneville T120. I don't know what that is, but I love the name Bonneville. Oh, it's a Triumph. Very cool. Paul used to have a Bonneville. That's his favorite car, the Pontiac Bonneville. It's his favorite car of all time. So that or Bonville, I guess if you're French, that's a very attractive bike. I love it. It's very Evel Knievel-y looking. Look at that. Very cool. Wow, cool shot, huh? Very cool shot. I like it. And I think I have another one from Mr. McLeod. He says, Daily Beater. Oh, he's got his Casio. He's got a G-Shock. And then I want to talk about the Cubitist. Everybody's done their review of that. And I just think it's pointless. There you go. That's a very fancy looking Casio. I don't know about this G-Shock. I have the one that Tobster McDonkey gave me back in the day, and I haven't ever worn it. I've worn it on the show, but I haven't actually worn it in real life. But I think that this one's that's very cool, though. This one's cool. I like the colors. I mean, if you're and this is a smartwatch, obviously. Look at that. Very cool. Sending it in from Scotland. Amazing. Oh, here's from Brian. He's Dreyfus and Cato. He missed the gallery yesterday, but get ready. Melly C, ready. Oh, no. You ready? It's just too much. Oh, boy. Look at you two. Dreyfus and Cato. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, who hissed to you? Freshness. You're being fresh. Oh, that's the root beer Casio. It's cool. I like it. Root beer Casio. Oh, look at this. And look at the motorcycles. Everybody's a very motorcycle-y kind of day. Jimmy, you gonna send in a picture of your hog? I know, Melly. I knew you wouldn't be able to take that. Oh my god. Laverne never, ever, ever, ever hissed at me until the end. Look at you, you beautiful beast. Look at you. Freshness. Oh, you're so pretty. Look at those blue eyes. Wow. I like your man cave. It's very cool, Brian. Oh, look at you guys. Oh, you guys are too much. Too much. Thank you, Brian. Those are great. What a fantastic thing. That's a pretty crazy entry. Amazing. Here's a photo of Dreyfus and Cato as kittens 10 years ago and a couple of shots taken today in the garage. So the first one was them as kittens, and then God bless you, man. Here's Fergal, cars and cats and watches. It's Fergal. Let's see what's going on here. There you go. Oh, wow. It's like a road. Is that where I sent where the mystery package finally wound up? Jesus Christ. I just thought it was in the middle of the woods somewhere, Not that there's any woods in Ireland, because there really isn't. Oh, that's great. The Chris Ward King, I'm telling you. One of these days I'm going to get one of these because they're gorgeous. I do love them. Oh, man. That is a beauty. Oh, look at that domage. Woof. Oh, I could see you all dressed up like a peacock and wearing that thing, because that is absolutely gorgeous. What is that about, a 67? What year is that, Ferg? So, beautiful. Oh, yeah. Christopher Ward does such amazing things with dials. I really got to say, man, there's so much attention to detail. They're beautiful. I do love them. Look at that stuff is nuts. Because Fergal likes to wear, patterny tops, I noticed. So he matches the color. Look at that. And I love that Bakelite style bezel. It's very Bakelite in its execution. It really looks like old Bakelite, and I've always loved that. It's got like the domed top over an enamel. It looks so great. You know, Rolex had that back in the day. Really great. I love that look. What do you have in a Negro Amaro from Puglia? Or as Americans would say, Puglia. I've actually heard somebody talking on the news and they're like, today in Puglia. That looks like it might have a bit of a bang to it, that one. That watch is sick. Oh, look at you. I mean, come on now. That's not fair. Not fair at all. Not fair at all. Oh, kitty cats. Sleepy kitties. There's nothing cuter in the whole wide world because you sneak up on them and then just crawl behind them and take a nap with them. It's the best. Thank you, Fergal, for those. Those are beautiful. Daniel wants to know where you got the Constellation leather strap. It's awesome. So let's go back there. I didn't even notice that, but you did. Look at that. Oh, yeah. God, you guys are good. Man, you guys are the best. How you can see the things that you can see me, feel me, touch me, feel me. Joe LaFaro, Autumn Trees. This is quite the beautiful. Is that a golf course? Where are you, Joe LaFaro? Where are you? Oh, that is beautiful. Let me get rid of that comment. Get rid of that comment. Where are you? So you can see the full beauty of his thing right here. That's gorgeous. Yeah, it's really pretty. I tried to take a picture out of my window today, and the leaves were gorgeous, but it just looked shitty. I don't know why. It just like there was too much sunlight this morning. It was like 7:05 this morning. Beautiful. Thank you, handsome Joe LaFaro. Brian says, I promise Dreyfus is not hissing. Just caught him mid meow. It looks like, which I think is super duper duper cute, by the way. Because, of course, I would think that. Of course, I would think that. Thank you, Joe. Olive unmade my bed to get at my pajamas because they smell like daddy. That's why. That's why. Oh, look at this. Look at, yeah. She just wants to be close to you. Just like me, they long to be close to you. Look at that. You're so cute, Olive. Yeah, see, that's all they want. I would always find Laverne like on top of my dirty clothes. She loved it. So weird how they like that. We have no sense of smell compared to them. It's unreal. So cute. Thank you, Andrew. That is beautiful. Beautiful. Who's next? Who's next in the pantheon of bashes here? Oh, we got some wristwatch check from Mr. Joe LaFaro. Oh boy. Heavy hitter. Joe LaFaro. Wow. Wowie kazowie. Wowie kazowie. Are you manscaping, Joe LaFaro? Just noticing. Looks like you did a summer buzz. That watch is absolutely unreal. I mean, my God. I mean, the Sky Dweller is I know it's the most complicated thing that they make, and it is just a crazy work of art. I mean, you've got the crazy date wheel. You've got the crazy Jubilee bracelet and the crazy bezel. There's so much going on here, and that blue dial. It's absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. And then the month indicator, which is just insane. This is a crazy. That might be the prettiest Sky Dweller I've ever seen in my life. Ever. Wow. That is absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Look at that dial. So that's how I could tell you've been manscaping, because look at the perfect razor cuts. That thing is unreal, man. Unreal. Wow. Thank you, Joe LaFaro. Beautiful. Amazing. Melly C Timex Peanuts. Timex Peanuts Pumpkin Patch 40 millimeter leather strap watch. Let's have a looky poo from the Melly C. Oh, that's so cute. Perfect for this autumnal season. Oh, look at the onion crown. Fancy Timex. Wow. No, thank you, Joe LaFaro. And I think watches look good on hairy paws myself, but that's just me. I think they look good. It's manly. Timex Peanuts. Look at this on the back. Oh wow. Look at that. Oh, I do. You gotta admit, you gotta like the easy pull on, pull off with the straps. It's pretty great. 20 millimeter lugs, amazing. Oh, look at that. Is it different? Oh, you do got two different of the same. Oh, look at that. Black and blue. Wow. Look at her. How many watches do you've got a collection and a bunch, Melly C. Wow. Or oh wait a second. Is that what it looks like? No, it can't be. Okay, I'm confused. Is that what it looks like with the Indiglow? No, they're two different watches, right? I'm not crazy, right? Yeah, two different color straps. Okay. That's a great looking band. Look at that. I love my Timexes. I love them. Thank you, Melly C. What a great little collection. She's got stuff, man. And she could pick a kiss tune out of thin. Here's one for you. Okay, wait. Wait a minute. Ready? Let me pick. I'm gonna pick one because I'm just gonna try to think of something crazy. Okay, ready? I don't have a guitar handy. Who steers the ship through the stormy sea? If hope is lost, then so are we. What song is that? Melly C, because I think you're gonna get it. Because I think you're some kind of savant. She picked that out of thin air yesterday, and I just said it off the top of my head, which is nuts. Nuts. Mart is here. I Basher Picture Gallery with the unbelievable superstar that is Bronson. And we also saw the kitty picture. Look at you. Look at this regal beast on top of the printer, because that's where a cat likes to repose, because that's their throne room. Look at that. You know what? I got to say, you guys all feel the same way about printers. I hate them because I don't use them that much, but I've had to use them a lot because of this witch that I have to deal with. Printing things. I go through so much ink and I'm so sick of it. And I've always bought HB printers, and I firmly believe that I will never buy another HB printer. I think that they suck. I think they absolutely suck. And everybody tells me the Canon are amazing. And I think that's going to be my next one, because I have one of those all-in-ones. It's a scanner, it's a printer, blah, blah, blah. I hate them. I'm so sick and tired of them. Anyway, but I love you, Bronson. Look at you, you sweetie pie. Look at you. You're regal and gorgeous. Thank you, Mart. And can I tell everybody that he's moving house? I'm very excited. They're going to have a brand new forever home, and they're very excited about it. Very, very excited. Hey, it's James Mikicic. Grail Watch Wednesdays, Rome, Vacheron Constantin. Vacheron Constantin. Aroma. Oh, look at this. Oh, brother. Oh, brother, bread and butter. Wow. See, he's got some pretty hairy paws, too. I mean, you don't have to have Steve Garvey forearms, but, that looks good, too, though. That watch, first of all, this thing, did you buy this? Because that is sick. That watch is sick. Make a meme out of that. That watch is sick. I mean, yeah. Oof. Oh no, the green dial. Oh boy. Looks green there. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I do believe in spooks. I do. I do. I do. I do believe in spooks. Look at all the look at all the Vacheron. Look at them all over there. Wow. Gee, look at this picture. This blows up pretty nice. Oh boy. I mean, overseas and forget it, right? I mean, that's just. I would much rather have that than an AP or a Patek. Much rather. Vacheron by far is my favorite of the Trinity brands. By far, I just think they're the most beautiful. The bracelet is insanity. That dial is crazy. Yeah. I need to go to a store and try on. I've never tried on Vacheron ever in my life. Look at that. That is beautiful, buddy. Is there just two or is there more than two? Okay, it's just those. Okay. All righty then. Wow, those are beautiful. So let me tell you what he said. He said, Vacheron Constantin, Rome. They were complete gentlemen, welcomed my family and let us look at various watches, then brought out my Grail watches to try. Not sure if they fit my 8-inch wrist, but still want them anyway. 8-inch wrist? We need a better, well, I guess so, huh? You got a big meaty wrist there, huh? It looks perfect on you. It looks perfect on you. But I got to say, can I just say this? That's the one, man. The green with the gold. I'm sorry. That is just class on a different level. I like the blue too. Don't get me wrong. If you decided to go with that, wouldn't be that mad. Do you wear your watch right on the knuckle? Some people wear it before the knuckle. Some people wear it after the knuckle. I wear it just after. Just use my knuckle. I have only a 7.27 wrist, so I'm not in that manly size. But it looks perfect on you. No, that's fine. That doesn't look small. That doesn't look small at all. It looks elegant and beautiful like you. 100%. I think you should get it. Oh, I didn't show it back here. Hold on. How did I do that? Sometimes I do that. I click it. I just want to see. Here we go. There it is. I mean, Grail Watch Wednesday, baby. That looks fine on you. Absolutely. Don't you all agree? It looks great. Looks great on him. You want to see the blue one? That's the blue one. That's the blue one. I do like that strap though, the rubber strap. That's really sexy. Do like it. I mean, it's integrated and that's really super duper sexy. But right? Doesn't everybody everybody prefer that over a Patek? There's no Patek I desire and there's no AP I desire. I mean, I'm starting to like Royal Oaks a lot better than I used to, but I still don't have a desire to have one. I definitely have a desire to have this though, because this is crazy. But this is like, oh my God, that thing is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Cubitus. Scabry says, who needs Cubitus when you have VC? Yeah, that thing is really ugly. But then again, I hate Nautilus. I don't like them. I don't like their sports models. The only thing that they ever made that I really, really like is the Calatrava. That's all I like. And that's all I like. That's beautiful. Absolutely crazy, James. Thank you so much. Here's Jim Lassick. Oh, yeah. Here's a man with a big manly wrist showing off his Starbucks. Well, this isn't the Starbucks. Well, I guess it is. This is the Kermit, not the Sermit. Oh, no, that's the Sermit. It is. Looks great. I mean, it's a beautiful watch. Holy crap. On top of his architectural renderings, looking amazing. You got a big, giant wrist too, right? You're in the 8 club. Used to be about how big something else was. Now it's all about how big your wrist is. Isn't that funny? I don't know about you, but I got an 8-inch wrist. I mean, there's a lot of watches. You know, I don't know if you have it's a lot worse to have a small wrist because then everything looks like a clock on you. And if you have a big wrist, you know, you can get away with certain things. And there are models you can get. Panerai, of course, some other things. beautiful, Jimmy. Looks amazing. Amazing. What a sub. What a sub. That's a sub, my friend. Absolutely amazing. And here's Travis Watts, My Hog. Woo, child. Ooh, child, things are going to get easier. Ooh, child, things are only get brighter. Look at that Harley. Holy smokes, Rooney. That is a shiny machine. A gleaming alloy air car shoots towards me 2 lanes wide. Wow. Wow, that's beautiful. Crazy. So many bikes. Well, when I get to Italy, I'm just going to get a Vespa. Ciao. Come stai? Ciao. Because I would kill myself on them. I rode, my friend Larry had bikes when we were kids. So I used to ride them and I loved doing it. But I don't know what happened with me in vehicles other than bicycles. I just never, I've never had a driver's license ever. But I'm going to get one though. I'm going to get one for Italia so I can go on the autostrada. Beautiful, buddy. Travis, sick. Absolutely sick. Sick, buddy. It's amazing. Rainy day on the bike, not happy. Jim Lassick. Oh. Hey, Jim, did you have? Are you familiar with Neil Peart and his from Rush and his many chronicles of him and his motorcycle adventures? You know, when Rush used to go on tour, originally he was a cyclist, and then as he got older, he got into motorcycles. And what he would do is he would travel from show to show, and we would never use the band's private plane. So he would usually go alone, but he often had some people to accompany him on his rides, you know, with other bikes. He was a BMW rider, and he's written many books about traveling through America, Europe, and Canada and South America on motorcycles, and really interesting stories. He was one of the biggest brainiacs in the world, so obviously that translated to incredible writing styles. Guy was just so descriptive. His books are great. The one I guess you would start with would be called Ghost Rider, and then he's got Traveling Show, and he's got about 5 books out. They're absolutely gorgeous. You should get them, and they're come in audiobooks. I don't think he narrates any of them because I just reread 2 of them via audiobook, and the guy was annoying. So, because he didn't say Hesselite is dead, long live Sapphilite. He was like, and then we got off at the show. It was very squeaky. It's very an audiobook is either lives or dies by the whoever narrates it. I'm reading Al Pacino's book right now. He just put out his autobiography, and you know Al Pacino's he's got such a New York accent with this gravelly. I mean, I know he's in his 80s and stuff, but my God, it's really, really. Oh, he narrated Clockwork Angels. Do you know I've never read that one because it's fiction, and I don't like fiction. Even Neil Peart's fiction. I'm just not a fiction guy, Macallan drinker. And obviously, you're a super duper Neil Peart fan. Because what was Neil Peart? A Macallan drinker. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Obviously, I know you're a Neil Peart guy because he always drank the Macallan. Always. My friend and my drummer, JS, they were pen pals. And every Christmas, he would send him a bottle of Macallan. And he'd get this beautiful letter back from Neil Peart saying, thank you so much. I'm so glad. Blah, 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 blah. Unbelievable. Thank you so much, Jimmy. You look unhappy in that picture. Should we show that again? Let me show that again because I think I riffed too much on that. I think I was riffing over Jim Lassick's photograph. We should be concentrating on Jim Lassick. Let's do that. This is wet. But he's in a Harley Club. Look at him all kitted out. You're a beast, Jimmy. A beast. You're a beast. Steve McLeod, late entry from Scotland. Oh, this is that beautiful picture you showed us the other day. We looked at it, but we'll look at it again. Why not? Why shouldn't we? I said this is the one that looks like the cover of some kind of, Tales of Narnia or something. Some ancient ruins, which we had in my neighborhood, and now we don't have them anymore. Now we have places to get noodles or boba tea. But we used to have all this stuff, and it was so cool. America just knocks everything down and just, because we don't have any kind of history. We've got, federal history and constitutional history and, Williamsburg. And, we have a beautiful history. We just don't celebrate it. The stuff in New York that they knocked down is so incredibly important to the history of the United States. We're a young country, but there's amazing stuff to be learned. And you don't learn things when you knock everything down. And that's what they do here. That witch of a governor that we have right now, she sucks. Ugh. She's one of the reasons why the SS United States is going in a reef, because we had a place to put her in Brooklyn. She's ready to go. But nope, she couldn't enter international waters. In New York waters. She wouldn't let us in. Horrible. Grail Watch Wednesday, James Mikicic again. Look at this. Okay, we got two from. What is going on here, guys? What is going on here? I'll tell you what's going on here. The Grail Watch of the day is obviously the Vacheron Constantin. Look at that. Vacheron Constantin. Look at that. Beast. Jesus, yeah. This is the one, right, guys? That's, oh, God. Oh, boy. Jesus. Yeah, that is just, I think Vacheron is the most beautiful watch. I mean, I'm a Speedmaster fan. And Carlos Paggi goes, boom. I mean, I think that everyone agrees that, screw AP and Patek Philippe. They don't make anything that's this beautiful. They do not. They just do not. And you know what it still is? Forgive me, ladies. This is such a man's watch. This is such a man's watch. And it even has screw down pushers. But look at the way they do it versus the way Rolex does it. This is way more attractive. Way more attractive. Wow. Beautiful. Outrageous. 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 And boom is right. And boom is right. Carlos Paggi, dream job. We didn't even talk about that, but that's okay. Talk about anything you like. We talk about what we talk about, I guess, at the end of the day. This is your dream job. Not exactly sure what this is. Is this you all dressed up as some kind of militarista? It's cool. Kind of look a little bit like a green beret, but a black beret. Very cool. Oh, this is cool. What is this? Is that a Nazi? I think it might be. Something similar. Ooh, that looks scary. Is this guy wearing a hood? What's going on? You know what ruins this whole thing? The Toyota in the background. Gotta Photoshop that out. Look at the pleated pants from yesteryear. Crying Wolf. Tirana Films. That's in Albania. I've been there. Tirana. That's crazy. Oh, are you making films in Albania? Look, he's got a Campagnolo shirt on. You directing a film? Oh, this is a film you're doing. Oh my God. Is that cool? Oh, you're making a film. Look at that. Okay. Look at this. It all makes sense to me now. You got some. That's why there's a Nazi and a Toyota. I can't really tell what kind of car that is, but look, you get what I meant. Look at that. Okay, you're making a movie. Oh, hey. Wait a second. Amazing. Is this the premiere of? Can you tell me everything about this film, please? So we can all cheer you on? Look at that. Is it called Crying Wolf? I'm assuming that's what it's called. All right. We're in, man. Dream job. Very cool. There had to be a reason why he had Nazis on the show, right? That's crazy. Crazy, Carlos Paggi. Amazing. From Sean Lynn, NWA. Look at the Tag Carrera. Look at that. Looking great. Don't get a lot of these on the show. Man, that is beautiful. Look at that. It's classic. Carrera classicness. What are you driving? I can't tell. Can't tell anymore. Look at a great shot. Great shot right in the cockpit. Boom. Perfect. I don't have a tag. Emmett's got a tag and he loves it. Absolutely loves it. I mean, I definitely would go crazy for one of the old Hoyers. I don't know if I'd go for a Monaco. I know everybody loves those, but I love the racing band on there, by the way. Looks great. And once again, that beautiful kind of style bezel that I talked about earlier with that kind of convex glass on the top. It just looks so great. It just looks amazing to me. It's almost like Bakelite. Thank you, buddy. Amazing. Amazing. Hey, here's one from my sister Pat. Oh boy. Hi from your nephews Felix and Spike. My sister has a lot of cats. It's a long story. My parents passed away, over the last 2 years, and my sister, they have like a mother-daughter place, and they take in all these cats. Well, my brother takes in most of them, but my sister lives there, so she's like the caretaker of everybody. And but these are her two guys. These are her two main guys, Felix and Spike. And Felix got so chubby. Oh my god. Oh my god, he got so chubby wubby. Oh my god. So these are my nephews, Felix and Spike. You're welcome, Sean. Great shot, man. Great shot. Look at that. Too much. Those are her two devils. She loves them all, but these guys, believe me. We were talking about that the other day. Like, I've had male cats and female cats, and I've had a female dog, and the girls destroy me. I guess it's just natural, like trying to protect your daughter, like a mother to a son or a father to a daughter. Like, it's not like I didn't love my male cats. I did. I had Glaucus and Murray and Bruce, and I loved them all. And I had Aunt Clara, who was not really my cat. I saved her from this Irish witch, and she was nice, but Laverne and Dinga destroyed my soul. And these are her two maniacs that she adores. Thanks, Pat. It's fun that you sent something to the Gallery of Bastards. My sister's a bastard. She sent in before. That's great. Thank you, Pat. Thanks so much, guys. And that's the Gallery of Bastards.
The Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots, the sublime, the absurd. The Gallery of Bashtards. You share them with me, and I share with the world.
You share them with me, and I share with the world. I was just I'm gonna keep this point really short. Being a rock singer myself and knowing how the voice ages and how it feels, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. A guy that I do not like as a person is this lead singer from a band called Dream Theater. I don't like him because he's been very unkind to me in the past. But other than that, I don't really have an opinion. I don't particularly care for the way he sings either. I think he's whiny and annoying, but he's not doing very well vocally, and they're back in a big way because their drummer came back, and they're a popular band, and I knew them way back in the day. But I feel my heart goes out to that guy because he's struggling, and I know what it's like when you have to struggle, and he's got some difficult material, even though not a lot of it, because they're mostly an instrumental band, and he kind of comes out, sings, and leaves, can have a cup of coffee. But I feel bad the way the internet is destroying him. And it just reminds me that people should try to be a little bit nicer and understanding that he's a man in his 60s. And it's you're not 20 anymore and doing your big hee-hoo. I mean, look at Steve Perry. I mean, could he do that anymore? I don't know. Crazy stuff. Anyway, I don't know why I remembered that out of the top of my head. But I was watching that before the show, and I was like, God, I was feeling sorry for him. And I just remember I was hanging around with their drummer, Mike, in the Limelight years and years and years ago, this beautiful club in the city. Mike and I were just hanging around, and I was like, oh, what's going on? He's like, oh, we have a new record, and we got our new singer. This is when he was new, because they had a singer who I much preferred before that, but he was way older than them. I don't know, and he's since passed away. Charlie Dominici, great singer. And I said, oh, how's it going? And he's like, his voice is kind of annoying and he's a little bit of a dick, but whatever. And I was like, oh, and then he came up and he introduced him to me, and he goes, oh, I've seen you guys here. And I was like, oh, okay. He goes, that's it. That's like saying, oh yeah, how do you do that? Or yeah, you guys were something. But then later on, we were supposed to go on tour with them. We were in Europe and they were going on tour, and we were supposed to be their special guest or their opening act, whatever it was. Nobody cared about billing or whatever. They were more popular than we were. And he said, over my dead body, because he knew that they asked me to be their singer a long time ago. But anyway, regardless of any of that nonsense, I feel bad for him. My heart goes out to guys like that because he's struggling. It's not something he can control. I'm sure he's teetotaling and being a good boy and not doing anything stupid. It's just he's got to probably go for some training. He's got to probably seek. People can sing in their as they get older. He's older than me, and but he hasn't sounded good. I never thought he sounded good, but he sounded capable. He doesn't sound capable anymore. Some people can keep their vocal prowess under control. Like, in order for me to hit stratospheric notes, I can do it easily in the studio, but to do it night after night, or even when you have to practice and get that well-oiled machine back, it's still there. I don't think it's there for him. I think he's got Bon Jovi issues, maybe some nodes or something like that. Anyway, be nice to people. That's all I have to say. How did I get into this? I don't know. Just another thing I like to talk about when people are mean to other people, which I think is unnecessary and not fair. Back to the chats. Where was it? I don't want to miss anything because there was some good stuff here. I saw it all coming in when I was talking about the stuff. Nice bike, Andrew Wolkowicz, a hissy pants, right? He says she wasn't hissing though, and that's okay. Love the Omega. He says, I promise Drive is not hissing, just caught him in mid. Yeah, that's okay. Jim Lassick says, I grew up next to BSA Norton and Triumph Bike Dealer in the late 60s. I got kicked out almost weekly for jumping on those bikes. I was a pain in the ass neighborhood kid. Good for you. Joe LaFaro says, just street in my neighborhood. Oh, wow, you have a nice wide boulevard. It's like you're in France. Jim Lassick says, that Bonneville bike is so cool. Thanks for sharing. That was very, very cool. I loved it a lot. Mart loves the motorbikes. I have a few myself. Trying for cool bikes. Look at you. All you guys are big bikers. Giant bikers. Who knew? Dean says, difficult watch to get in the blue dial. They say we can get you a white or black dial Sky Dweller. No, what about the green? No, yeah, it's hard to get it. I think that blue one is probably crazy. And I prefer the Vacheron, obviously, in green, but what are you going to do? It's the same watch, huh? God, Timex, you're crazy. Timex is older than Rolex. Well, we know that. A true every man's or woman's watch, 1,000,000%. Ray wants to know what breed Bronson is. I think Bronson is a Maine Coon, right? Pretty sure. Travis Watts says HP makes their profits on ink. The printers have very low margin. Yeah, they suck. I'm just so sick of it. Sick of it. He says he's a Maine Coon. I was right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I knew that. Travis says my Grail watch, nice overseas. Yeah. Damn, blue or green? Yeah, choose one. Vacheron, one and done. There you go. Everybody thinks so. Who needs Cubitus when you have Vacheron Constantin? Gorgeous green and gold. Yep. The blue has a gold strap, right? Blue had a gold strap. Yes, I think so. Vacheron are number one. Yeah, totally, Dean. Totally. Andrew says, Dirk, don't complain about it. 7.2 inches. No, don't be fresh. You're fresh. Don't be fresh. Angie says standards. Men should wear hats and wallets, belts and shoes. Should always match leather type. The good old days. Don't they? They're invisible when I don't see them. Gabri says, you know what, Dirk? I don't like the Nautilus. It looks like a pimple with those. I hate it. I hate them. I think they're ugly. Yeah. I just think of the Who Cybermen when I see pictures of the Nautilus, says Brian. I agree. It's horrible. Yeah, I just got Audible, and you know what? It's very confusing, their pricing model, because I am an avid reader. Like, I'm a 3-book-a-week reader. And it's very pricey, but they give you a credit once a month. So I kind of have it on the back burner for whatever low subscription I have right now, because it still costs. Why does it cost money to be a member and you have to buy the books? Can I just rent the books? I got to look more into it. I have this thing for my New York Public Library app on my phone, and it's free. And you have to wait, which is ridiculous. Why do you have to wait for a digital file? It's nonsense. But it's better. It's better than that so far. But I like Audible. I got the Audible. I got the Al Pacino book that I'm reading right now. I got that on Audible. So, hey. Travis says, yes, VC is my favorite brand in Trinity by far. See, everybody thinks so. Scott E. Love says, Grand Canal Palazzo long-term interior reviewer. That would be cool. Yeah. Very cool. Joe LaFaro says, gorgeous VC. Another one. Could you believe it? Dirk, follow the money. I bet somebody made donations to the governor re-election fund about that. I bet you they did. And she's a witch. Believe me, we wouldn't be in the situation we are if it wasn't for that woman. Jim Lassick, that everyday bike weather here in Ireland is funny. Andrew says, probably the guy standing next got an ovation from the Canadian government. We had a former Waffen SS in Parliament because they said he fought bravely in Russia during the Second World War. Oh. Hey, you know, Pope John Paul was part of the Hitler Youth, you know, and then he was Pope, you know, but then again, he was a child. So my friend, my neighbor that I take care of, you know, she's lived here most of her adult life. But like when I saw her birth certificate and I opened it up, she was born in Germany in the 30s. I went like this. My heart stopped because it had a giant swastika and an eagle on it. And she was born in the Third Reich. And it was mind boggling, you know, and she didn't ever want anybody to see that, you know, because it's, you know, it is what it is. It's horrifying to her. And like, you know, so I made a copy of it without that on it because you know, I just went to the drugstore and I just took a piece of paper and put it over it because I felt so bad because whenever she had to show it to somebody, you know, who wants to see that? It's terrible. But yeah, that's what it was. Andrew says Felix is well loved and fed. Oh yeah, my sister is a doty mommy for sure. Bobby Dowser says, which headphones do you recommend, Dirk? Thinking of buying some new ones for S&G. I mean, headphones for like the studio, or you know, like I mean, I have the stupid AirPods, and I think that they kind of suck. I liked them when I got them, but for studio headphones, I mean, honestly, the best ones ever were like the old Bear Dynamics and the AKGs were the best ones. Sony 1000s are really great. I don't believe in audiophile headphones. Enjoy them if you like them. Musicians and artists need a flat response. So that's why we don't have bazillion-dollar speakers. We use Yamaha NS10Ms or KRKs, the SP series, or Tannoys that are super flat in frequency. You don't want any accentuation. And that's just the way I've learned to listen to music because I'm a music creator. So most of the time, I'm trying to find the flaws in it. I don't want enhancement. I don't want any kind of a little bit extra bass or a little bit more mid-range or treble. I want a completely flat response. So the headphones that I use here are these are pretty cheap. I think they were $150. I don't know what model they were off. They're Audio Technicas. And I also have a great set of Yamaha's studio cans. I think those are, I don't know where they are. I have them. Oh, they're in my locker. I like flat response. It all depends on what you're looking for. But I mean, musicians don't buy high-end audiophile headphones because those are to listen to music, not to make music. And every single pair of headphones that I have here is not to listen, it's to make music. And you can't have anything accentuated. I totally understand why people go and buy great headsets and speaker kits. I get it, but it's not for people who make the music. It's not at all. It's for listening, which I would do if I was listening. So I hope that helps. Travis Watts. Jim Lassick says, Travis Watts, thanks. Just added it to the collection. I was on the fence with this one, but decided to take it. Feels good on this. Dude, you just added that? That's incredible. The Callan Drinker wants to know thoughts about Portnoy's return. Mike Mangini was a monster player. I know Mike. So, I mean, I haven't seen him in years and years and years, but he played on one of my guitar player's songs that they did during the pandemic. And I used to know Mike I used to know all of them really well way back in the day. We used to rehearse down like in the same place. I mean, it's great for them. Listen, they're playing arenas. So I guess this is the biggest thing that's ever happened to them. Mike's the greatest. Mike is the great. Not only is he a great drummer, he's one of the greatest guys. He's a lovely, lovely, lovely guy. Mike Mangini's not my kind of player. He's too robotic. I don't feel him. You know, the way I feel drummers, you know, like Neil or Cozy Powell, or it all depends on what you like, you know. It took me forever to enjoy Stuart Copeland because he overplays. But I mean, Mike Mangini is a very nice guy. It's just not my kind of player. I like a little bit more of I like the technical players, but I like a little bit more of the guys that also love Ringo. And, you know, that's Mike Portnoy for me. Travis Watt says, if I bought a sub date, the green is the way to go. Great purchase. Yeah. Hey, Ray, how you doing, brother? Oh, you guys are talking to each other. Okay, just want to make sure. How's the bike? Gabriel wants to know any special plans for a live Bashabouts in Ashin when he gets to New York. I'm sure we'll probably do one. I'm sure we will. But we'll be hanging out for sure, 100%. And that should be soon, right? Soon. So soon. Yeah. Let's see what else. Thinking of buying the Sennheiser HD 280 Pros for like $100. Yeah. I mean, listen. it all depends. There's the audiophile people that are just like, vinyl versus digital and this headphone. It all depends on your aesthetic and what you're looking for. Like a guy like Angelo Minichello, he's a connoisseur of high-end audio and he's got beautiful things and everything. He played me this crazy digital thing. It sounded outrageous, but for me, I just don't buy expensive headphones. I never did. I buy the ones that they have in the studio. Like you go to a studio, they've got most of them throughout time have had AKG or Sennheiser or the Sonys, and they just sound great. They just sound like what you need to hear because you're going to eventually mix these things, Albums are not made on expensive stuff. They're made on these really shitty speakers called Yamaha NS10Ms or Tannoys. They're not expensive. Some of them get expensive, but you know what? You know what everybody does when they mix a record? They take it out to the car. They pop it in. See what that sounds like. Then they take it back in. Then there's these little speakers. They're like this big. I swear to God, they're like this big, like that big. They're called Oratones, and they just sound like, and you listen to the levels on that. So I've just never come from that school of like these are Vandersteins or Vandersteins or whatever, I mean, so yeah, you have to audition and see what you like. That definitely is it. They're great. I like them a lot. Yeah, Charlie Watts, that guy. You feel that guy is amazing. Went bog-eyed watching reviews. No, don't buy those. There's no reason. I mean, unless that's your thing, You're welcome, Bobby Dazzler. You're welcome, Bobby Dazzler. Guys, thanks so much for everything today. What a great show. Everybody was terrific. I want to thank all the beautiful people. Thank you, C. Noor. Thank you, Andrew Wolkowicz. Thank you, Travis Watts, Softcore Terror Corp, and the incomparable Jim Lassick. Thank you guys for the super chats. Thanks for everybody watching the first Omega in Space. If you haven't seen it yet, please see the first Omega in Space video. It's on the iBashers channel. It's a little short film that I made. I'm pretty proud of it. It came out pretty good. It's doing okay. It's kind of flatlining now, so you can go like. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, consider doing that too. I would appreciate it. I love all you guys. Go in peace and love to serve the bash, as they say. Guys, remember to hold the door open. Remember to say please and thank you. Let me put the Gallery of Bastard people on here first. Here's the Patreon Pantheon. Jim Lassick, Andrew Wolkowicz, Go Moto Soda. Where are you, Go Moto Soda? Where are you? You've disappeared. Nick Sisto, Complicated Time, Fergal McDermott, Nathaniel Hanna, Dean O'Malley, Lord Scotty H, coming your way, yeah. Dean McKenzie, Al Benedetti, Angelo Minichello, Gasman 308, Danielle, how are you? Haven't seen you in ages. Dave Fahrenheit 451, Dave Fitzsimons, I'm going too fast. Lady with the Wrench, it's Carolyn Martin, it's Easy E, it's Mimi R, it's Chris on the Upper East Side, who I met in person, it's Scotty Love, they call him Jocelyn Bittenbender. Where are you today? We love you, we miss you, and I'm wearing Habit Rouge, of course. Ray, Native Prince, Jonathan Badner, James M. Who else? Drew B. Mike Callan, C. Nord, Basher of the Day today, Stuart H. and Jazz. Thank you guys so much. Guys rule the world. Thank you so much. I enjoy doing the show. It's my pleasure. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Guys, remember to hold the door open. Remember to say please and thank you. And remember, when you encounter unkindness, you cannot always be sure of what that person's intention is. Give them a little bit of the benefit of the doubt. You know why? They could be a great person. It's either that or they're a